8, 7, 6, 5. So Deliberate Murder versus aCtion, Ligan, ClanBase EuroCup 26, Group B. It's 1-0 to Deliberate Murder at the moment. Going into their map pick, Dreadful Place. So they'll be feeling pretty confident, and it's a big game. So you're here with me, Disrepute and Vor. And looks like they're going to push the quad, both teams, early on.
Yeah, if you feel like you've got an advantage in terms of items on this map, then early quad pushes are quite often a good decision. But it is sometimes a matter of how early is that quad going to spawn.
They didn't get lucky, either team, and I mean, both teams had at least half of their lineups in the quad area. It's a difficult location if you don't get in early, though, so it does make sense. There you go, Dash going to block off this doorway, aCtion going to take it behind him, Nightots with the grab. He's only got a rail, which isn't ideal. He's going to have to be cautious going around this corner. There is the plasma gun up, which really utilised really effectively there. Oh my god! Wow, by the grenade, red armour in his hands now.
Oh, this route, so often we see this route taken. I think fortunately, yeah, 102 don't hit their shots. Lucky not to be hit by that rail.
It is a vulnerable route. He's waiting for the mega. Oh, it does get hit by that rail. He has to switch to get another shot away. That's a good kill, unfortunately.
Yeah, two really nice rails there. Had to hit those, I think, as well. Otherwise, he'd have been under severe pressure.
He's still low on health. Just got to be careful here. That tempting 50 below the red is no doubt in his possession. Oh, that is good rail play. Great dodging. Had to hit his shots there.
Yeah, really strong rails. Has a lightning gun to his name as well now, so he'll be looking even more dangerous. He can just push 102 away from this red area, you know, give aCtion a better lock of it, keep the opponent away from the item. Oh, that rocket was so well placed.
Perfect. They do manage.
They must have had the time on it, because it was one of those rockets you just place on the item.
It's so important, whichever side of the map you control, to try and keep a time on your opponent's key items. The red armor if you control the yellow mega side, and presumably.
Yeah, certainly, because especially with this map, it's possible to line up shots onto those two items where you don't really have to put yourself in too much of a dangerous position to make the shots.
There you go. Same again. There's the railer. Now it's time to push for the quad, and
the difference it makes is, you know, they no longer have that red armor player. Rail as he picked it up and then finished off at the quad area.
Yeah, they had taken that away as well, of course. 102 and now following Nightots for aCtion. He's got 2 health. He's going to have to be left with spamming. Oh my god, Pavel almost jumped into that.
But he didn't know those nades were coming, I don't think. He wasn't looking in that direction, but his sixth sense kicked in and he just popped over them.
Just floated over. Pushing forwards with the lightning gun shotgun. He's got a plasma. Probably the perfect arsenal. Kind of close to mid.
That's a vital shot by Dash and another nice one to follow up, but Pavel just had the stack to survive it.
See, he's only going to pick up 2 frags in the end. Both on Dash.
Yeah, they've mitigated that power quite well. They still find themselves a few frags behind, and control of the map is certainly 102's for now.
We have seen some outstanding performances on this map by 102. I can't recall any particularly by aCtion though.
This aCtion lineup, none stand out, but remember they did win that final, but unfortunately it was later turned against them, the result in that final. They did win it on this map.
So they had some pedigree as a team.
I'm just not sure any of these players played in that final.
Yeah.
But the team name does. The team name has pedigree on this map.
And also just grabbing that rail away from Dash. Of course, weapons spawn every 30 seconds from when they're picked up. So he's going to have to wait 30 seconds to go back down to that basement to pick up the rail again. Very annoying, and it just seems to mean that he lost a bit of focus there.
And look at the pressure that's now on them in this area of the map. Mega that should be safe for aCtion is taken by Immortal, and it's the last Mega before quad, so he can try and maintain some of this. He'll be looking very strong.
aCtion do move in for this rail, and Nightots grabs it and makes full use of it.
So many clutch rails this game, and he again had to hit that shot, otherwise there was no way Immortal would have missed him again.
Rushing in. Great plasma by Immortal, insane plasma. She connects with pretty much every bolt, and they save the quad somehow. Pavel grabbing that.
Oh, that's a disaster for aCtion.
Wow. this is an unbelievable moment. They walked in there and just flawlessly annihilated aCtion. Come out with that quad.
They're just everywhere on the map right now. These are the kind of situations that are so hard to turn around when 102 are playing this well. It's just to knock them off control of the whole map. And when they've got a quad running around as well, you can see the teammates through the walls for Pavel, and they are just everywhere.
That's exactly the way to play this map. When you get the opportunity,
There's even
to
someone
run and
stood
dominate.
on the Mega. I think he was just taken out, but you know, they really know how to take full advantage of any situation that allows them to dominate the map.
Pavel not looking in such a strong position. Now his health not massive, but oh, that 50 would have been good. Didn't quite get their kill, and Dash mopped it up. Still going so aggressive there.
That was risky. I feel it was a good idea the way he dropped down, but I don't know if he intended to hit the bounce pad straight away. You know, if Viam had the right weapon, I think he'd been able to react to that and kill Pavel easily.
Pavel just having to play this one really tight. I mean, he's only got 10 health. If there's a spawner right next to him, he's dead now. That's 3 bullets.
Very sneaky.
Great dodging. There you go, just get the 50 health.
He's obviously not concerned though about, you know, staying in the action the whole time. He'd rather put a high price on his life and look to stay alive.
Kind of jeweler mentality, or
yeah, because you know, some people in TDM would argue that in his situation, then it might have been better if he was to just suicide, so he can get back into the game, as it were. 'Cause, you know, he was out of the action for a long time.
It really depends what the rest of your team are doing at the time.
Yeah, I think the fact maybe he had a lightning gun as well, even without ammo, maybe swayed his decision.
That's a good bit of plasma spam defend. The grenades are excellent though by Viam, right onto the quad. They really stopped the pickup, but Immortal's come out of it with a massive 140 armor to his name. He's only got a rocket launch you can do with something a little bit more usable, as we see the difficulties he's had there. aCtion, of course, made the call about where the quad was, and look at the plasma damage coming in from Night It's not going to be enough because of so much armor Immortal had to his name.
Yeah, 150 armor when he put that quad up.
Oh, that
was quite creative. That was nearly pulled off to great effect. And I silence Ep as a player who loves to make use of the quad plasmas, just to hop himself up in certain situations.
Immortal looking very impressive every time we switch to him. He loves his mouse spins, doesn't he? Why is he doing that for?
Well, some people like to keep their mouse in the same part of the mouse pad the whole time, so they, you know, use spins and things like that to reset the position. Others just like to do it to show off. Not sure which category Immortal falls into.
It shows he's pretty comfortable, no doubt, in being able to just rush around and do that. They have got a massive score difference now. It's kind of similar to the first map as well. I mean, they were just able to build up a big score gap fairly early on.
Yeah, I think this time though, at least we're seeing a clearer picture of how they built this lead.
Good at backing off. For that 50, there's a rail to protect. Oh, it's going to be caught out here. Starosta getting the frag and rewarding himself with the drop rail.
Yeah, Good will be angry because you know, he's just not hitting his shots, and for a player with such good aim, you know, it's very frustrating.
It is one of those kind of situations. If you're not hitting your shots, you kind of have to change your gameplay. But obviously, if you always normally hit your shots, you don't necessarily have another style of gameplay. A few seconds to go. Oh, that is good work by Starosta. Look at the damage he's dealt out. And Nightops is just a crippled quad.
Yeah, Dash is going to really have to protect him here. Wow.
Oh, he didn't.
That is impressive. I mean, Immortal just patient, you know, see the non-quad player go past, quad will assume it's safe and then just pounce.
Dash, I mean, it just seems to be everywhere, deliberate murder, all around the aCtion players. No matter where they go, they can't get a break.
And that's what they've been so good at doing in the past in this map as well. This is why they've got such a good reputation on here, is the ability that they have to do that. We haven't seen that for a few games now, but at the moment things are looking so good for them. This is more like what we expect to see.
It's Pavel rushing back to this red side. He's going to take the next red. They'd have quite a useful amount of armour there. Times it well. What do aCtion need to do for? I mean,
well, they just need to, I think, make sure that they're getting enough rails to stop these pushes from the red out to the mega. Because, you know, we've seen Lowfly, remember, against 102. What did they manage to do all game? They managed to keep 102 from pushing from that red out to the items that Lowfly wanted to control, which in that game was the mega and the yellow. You know, they did such a good job all game of keeping 102 from being able to do what they're doing in this game.
just play a more static game.
Yeah, always make sure that that corridor out of the red armor room towards the lightning gun, make sure that's impossible to get through.
I know it's leading up to a quad, but obviously there's no aCtion player there at the moment. Nightops does move in now. Lightning gun should spawn soon. He does manage to gather that in. So Nightops looking like the quad carrier potentially. Although 3 players up in that upper area, weakening defensive positions. Could be good though for aCtion on this occasion. Oh, they've all gone down except Nightops there. He does manage to grab the quad though. I think there's, well, only Pavel remaining, wasn't there? I think they. Oh,
Look at that, there's just
wow.
players everywhere. He had such a good stack as well, and I don't know, I don't particularly put the blame just with him for not being able to keep that quad alive. I mean, his teammates just didn't do a good enough job of keeping him alive, defending that quad area.
They didn't survive very long as they moved in there. It's Nightops, players all over, and we just see this pressure everywhere they go. So much pressure. What doesn't help is they keep going down and dropping weapons to 102 as well.
Yeah, because drop weapons, they just that sustains the attack, allows 102 to keep it going for longer.
I am eventually exterminated by Pavel's shotgun. He's waiting for this 50 health. Health bubbles all spawn every 35 seconds after they've been picked up. So we're waiting a while. Here's Dash now. Dash has a railgun. Dash is traditionally a strong railer, Hungarian player. Let's see what he can do from the back of this red room.
Come around here with a teammate, this is nice. It's just, there is quite a while left until this red spawns.
Well, his teammate moved well away from him, and Dash kind of just remained there, and it then became a vulnerable position with the fact that he had his rail out, and someone like Immortal could just come in and counter him.
Yeah, and as soon as he misses that first shot on Immortal, you know, it's pretty much over. It's a great lightning gun though.
Yeah. Nightops, it's amazing plasma there. He's going to pick up another kill. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite get the kill. How irritating was that? Because he was so close to it.
Looked like it was going to be such good defense of that high route into the quad by Nightops, but
he has effectively immobilized half the team though, so he's still done a good job.
Damage he put out was great.
And Viam can take that quad on the back of that play by Nightops. Got to be careful going up bounce pads. He does get one frag straight away, unfortunately. Can change his route. Maybe he'll double back, but his position would have been called, so it's always wise to adjust, especially on this map. Takes out Fortune in the back. They're going to go aggressive on Pavel and Immortal. This is brilliant play. Oh, what a frag! Starosta as well. Takes out the whole team, Viam. That's exactly what aCtion needed, just to kick him back into life. They've still got an opportunity to get back into this. I mean, it's 30 frags.
Yeah, we saw in the Grim Dungeons that, you know, once they have some control themselves, they can turn the score around.
Really superb precision play from Viam there.
That was a brilliant run. I mean, just to hit that rail at the end as well. I mean, if he had missed that rail, he would have gone down. It would have still been a good quad run even at that point, but just to hit that rail really topped it off and made it look so impressive. Lightning gun is so strong.
Oh, jumps down first, impressive. Somehow survive. Oh, what a great dodge. And really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Viam though that he's dropped that railgun. I mean, Starosta, even if he's not particularly strong, he can either health up or pass it off to a teammate.
Looks like he was preparing to pass it off there. Teammate didn't want it, decides to get 225. An easy rail shot there, 5th impressive. And we're now 30 seconds before the quad, which we've only got 3 left.
Yeah, and those will be important for aCtion if they want to bring this back. I mean, some more quad runs like the one we saw from Viam, and certainly doable.
It's Starosta, 100 armor to his name. It looks like his team are doing a good job inside the quad room. It's like everybody just vanished as he walked in. Just Pavel there in support.
Difficult for aCtion to do anything about this now. Another player goes down up the bounce pad. It's good nade spam coming in, but he's not going to be able to keep it up forever.
Yeah, they just waited it out. There's no rush. Oh, that was a heavy rocket.
Yeah, he didn't plan on taking that direct rocket, but the 50's there for him and the red as well, so things are looking good for the squad run.
You think they aCtion are probably thinking, oh, we did so much damage to him there, let's attack him and get him down, but the fact he picked up that red, and now he's picked up the yellow, it's just going to be one of those situations where aCtion think they can kill him. It's going to be so difficult too, although that was a good round, a good second round by Gooder to take out the quad, and that just drew him in. Easy frag for Fortune in the end.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that Fortune was nearby to, you know, counter Gooder at that point. Gooder did a good job to take the quad out, but close support on hand, and Fortune follows up to keep the pressure on in this area. I mean, look, these players have nothing. They can't do much here. The machine gun is effective, but they're just fortunate, really, that Fortune is missing his shots. It's a great shot.
Oh, what a shot on Nightops. The score gap now it actually increased rather than decreased at the 30 frag margin we were talking about.
Yeah,
It's now, you know, closing in on 50.
it is, and you know, 102. You have to say they look like they're somewhat back to their best, nearly. We were worried about their form in recent games.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to secure out this map, especially as there's only 2 quads remaining, just over 3 minutes left, but aCtion are here in position.
Yeah,
you never know.
It's
You
not
never
impossible,
know.
it's just improbable.
Are they going to make an attack in here? 102, Immortal counted perfectly with the shotgun. Nightops not watching his doorway though, and Thruster just walks in and has an easy quad grab in the end. It's surprising considering the positions they took up actually.
We've seen his rails, so it might be difficult to push in on this red. Not that he needs to, the red is no longer available.
Just going to push out to the lightning gun area anyway. There's no armour to his name. He was railable as well. That this health can protect him from that threat. Mega health.
I mean, so often, how many times have we seen on this map that despite holding the red armor, 102 just also have free reign at the mega health, and it goes a long way to explaining why this game has been so comfortable for them.
What has this big game been about then? Has it been about a brilliant performance by Deliberate Murder? Has it been aCtion perhaps underperforming?
I think maybe they slightly underperformed on this map because, I mean, it's just been too easy for 102 to have free reign of the map. There are, you know, ways to counter it. We saw Lowfly do it to great effect in their game earlier in the season with 102. You know, they had a way of countering them and it worked. It was executed perfectly by them. aCtion haven't quite done the same.
They're not too happy about it, the aCtion team.
Doesn't appear to be happy, does he?
20 seconds until this final power up. aCtion are in defensive position to try and lock this down. 102 rush in now. Of course, they can rush in now, do a bit of damage, and then get a spawn and get back in time to attack again. One viable option. Seems like they are going to move in again. Or is that just long range spam? Bayern picking up that last quad. He's got a nice stack, around 80 armor. Lightning gun, not too much ammo on that, but he does have a shotgun. And you don't need much ammo with a quad LG. Especially if you've got Bayern's kind of accuracy.
He's got enough quad LG to probably kill 2 people.
Oh, looking out to catch his opponent in the air there. You can't get the frag with a shotgun. Does eventually pick up one on Pavel as well. We see some decent play by Bayern actually.
Yeah, he's been looking really good in the last few games. I think he had a slow game in their opening game of the season, but since then, you know, he's been back to what we expect from him. Such good aim, but it hasn't been enough. Hasn't been enough on this occasion, and that's a shame, really, because it's such a good team, aCtion, and we're not going to be seeing them in the next round. No aCtion in the playoffs.